Alright, so the driving tours I've been doing here have been pretty popular. So for those Gozotans out there amongst our many followers, hopefully you like this one. Where are we, boss? I'm with a driver here that doesn't have much sense of direction at the best of times. No, I'm only kidding. We are heading to Hondoq. There's a nice little place there. We're going to have coffee. We just lunched at Schlendi. And as I said on the last video, if we looked off our balcony at Qala this morning, at the grey sky, the haze and the drizzle, we may have decided, nah, we're not doing anything today. But push on we did, and now we're very happy because there is blue sky. There is a bit of grey, but it's a beautiful day. I'm in my shorts. And here we are bringing some of downtown Gozo. Check it out. So I spoke earlier about some of the controversy we hear about and read about. Again, yes, there is construction in Gozo, just like there is in Malta. Much of the discussion is widely exaggerated. Well, you've just seen a whole strip here on this street. We haven't seen any cranes yet. And then there are villages in Gozo which are being very heavily developed. Sanat is one of them, and it needs to be. And there are others, because they need to be, because they are so old and nothing has been done there for generations. The roads, falling apart buildings. We can't have that in these pristine locations. This lady nearly got run over, but we stopped. So, I like to keep a balanced view. We're not going to stop progress. We're not going to stop development. We are sitting in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, right? So places need to be maintained. Now, if you look up ahead, you're going to see about a dozen cranes, because that's an example of a village that I just mentioned, which is being heavily worked on. And that is Sanat, what I mentioned earlier. And by some of the, I was there earlier, some of the stuff going on there, it's going to look really nice, let me tell you. And then we hear there is no open land anywhere, it's all being constructed, taken over. Well, come on, guys. I mean, I'm all open to discussion and opinion, but do not blatantly lie when you print things, because there is open land everywhere. And there are fields and there are parks, and of course the beach is never far away.
Saint Francis just unlocked it.
We're just asking Siri for directions, but I think Siri Gozo is having her afternoon siesta. So we're now getting into some real good old Gozotan village areas. Xewkija, apparently we are. We think. I've got some extra special commentary here beside me today, which is very handy. No doubt many followers are going to tell us that we drove past their old house or their grandparents' house or whatever. I love seeing all those comments. So Hondoq is one of the really nice beaches here, one of many. It lies just across the bay to Camino's Blue Lagoon, and it shares much of the beautiful turquoise water. There is a truck here that's full of water, or something that's spilling it everywhere. Only in Malta, it's probably just some rainwater sitting on his roof. So I'm told this factory here is the Three Hills factory. Many Maltese in Australia would be very familiar with the Three Hills tomato paste. Magro Food Village it was, that's where it's made. That's where it comes from. There you go, learn something new every day. Bit of a bumpy road. We are in the centre of Qala. Nice little village here where we have spent time before. We actually booked a farmhouse here a few years ago. What a wonderful village. Old bars, old cafes, big church of course. Like everywhere, the whole village is built around the church. All roads lead to the church. Just about every other village in Gozo and Malta. Really nice village, eh? This is really old time stuff here. As we get out of Qala, and look at this road. You can see Camino dead ahead. Those slopey rocks there. And the channel in between them, that's the Blue Lagoon. You can see the turquoise water right there in the middle of the screen. So it is still windy, but because of all the islands, it's not rough in there. So fancy living up here in this little village. Wake up and see the Blue Lagoon every day. How good would that be? So basically we go down this hill. We are in Hondoq. A lot of steep valleys and stuff here. So within about, I don't know, 10 or so minutes, we've pretty much driven from one side of Gozo at Xewkija to the other. This is beautiful Hondoq Bay. Now in summer, this place is going to be crawling with cars and people. I'm going to get out. And although today is fairly windy and rough, you can still get an idea as to why this place, like the Blue Lagoon, is so popular. Look at the colour of the water. It is a rough day, so it's still crystal clear and beautiful blue turquoise. This all happens because of the colour of the sand, apparently. So the Blue Lagoon at Camino, dead ahead. In there. This is Hondoq. If you're going to do a beach hopping day or two in Gozo, this beach is one that you want to add to your list, okay? Bit of a sandy area here. Wonderful cafe there is where I'm going to get a coffee.